Today is Tuesday, March 29th, 2016, and this is the start of an interview with at Charities Diocese. My name is Matthew.
Madison.
And Jerika.
And we will be the interviewers. This interview is being done in connection with the Refugee and History of Storytelling class.
So to begin, we'd like to ask, what is your name?
My name is Jerika.
And where are you from?
Actually, I was born in Bhutan, tiny Himalayan kingdoms located in between the China and India. But when I was 10 years, I was brought in a refugee camp in the eastern Nepal, and I lived there around 24 years as a refugee with my parents.
Just your parents? Did you have any siblings, or was it just you?
Yeah, they are I have one brother and one sisters.
Do you remember the 10 years in Bhutan?
Yeah, I have some memories.
Are there any specific cultures and customs that you brought with you as a refugee?
Yes, actually, my born country, Bhutan, is one of the smallest country in the world, but it has a variety and diversity in the culture. Actually, the majority peoples, they follow the Buddhism as their religions, and but the southern Bhutanese, the peoples who lives in the southern part of the country, they follow the Buddhisms, and their populations is around 45% before, but the peoples are fled, now present the population is quite less, and the Buddhist has some kind of different cultures, and the Hindus has some different cultures in the same country also. And we actually have some peculiar and unique cultures, like uh, we are friendly in natures, and actually we have some kind of unique, like we when we meet new friends, we have to shake your hand, we shake your hand, but in our country we say no, we do not stay like this, so that is the greeting.
Right.
And in the town or city, some people used to shake the hand also, but in the rural areas, in the old peoples, used to do the namaste as a greetings. And we have some other regarding the marriage, the majority people still they believe in the arranged marriage. The family, those who are going to marry, and their family will be discussed to each others, and they will agree, and they will do the marriage ceremony. So it's kind of culture is there. Other elderly peoples are called by elderly peoples are not called by their names. Elder brothers is not called by the name by the younger brothers in our cultures. And they call by the brothers only, brothers, sisters, like that. They could never call, and the elder called by the name to the youngers. Yeah, we also said like for the kanchi, kancho means for male, that is the youngest one. And some bhai means small brother, dada means elder brothers, and didi means elder sister, baini means younger sister, and the loving word for the younger is kancho, kanchi, buno, bhai. That's and most people eat their meals by hand, by the right hand, not left hand, by the right hand. And our food, cultural food, is like dal and bhat. Bhat means like rice, and dal means like a pulse. And our dress, actually the national dress is go and kira. I had pictures later on.
Okay.
If we share the email,
Right.
I will send you
Perfect.
the national rice also. And that's all. And the religions I said already that's Hindu. And actually our peoples, when they enter to the temples, they take off their shoes outside and they enter to the temples. They worshipped. And hospitality is essential. Hospitality is essential. Guests are always offered food and are permitted helps with food preparations or cleaning of our meals. That means when some guest enters in our home, we offer by the food items, and they never allowed to do the for cleanness and some things like that. That is the way of respect to them. And belief in ghosts, spirits, witchcraft is widely spread, especially in the rural areas. And there is a two main festivals in our culture. That is Dasara, and the people celebrate Dasara for 5 days continuously. And the people they believed that day is a victory of Lord Durga. And they believe our culture is a goddess, multi god. They believe in the multi god. So Durga is one of the goddess for the strength. They worship Lord Durga for the strength. So, for example, when the people want to go in the war, first of all they worship to the Durga and they ask for the strength to her and go to the war. So that is the festival. The Dasara is the main festival, and we have the around 1 month holiday there to celebrate the Dasara. All the offices, schools, all the hospitals, all are closed. Only the emergency will be remain there. Everything will be closed to celebrate this Dasara.
Is it a pretty big celebration?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of people in the streets.
Yes.
Okay.
And this next second is Deepavali. Right after the 15 days of the Dashara, there is one next Deepavali. They light the candles and they celebrate 3 days that also.
Wow.
Yes, that's it. The major parts to develop the country to secure the citizens. No, there in the home country, my government system is not stable. Frequently the government used to change. Like one government comes and they used to rule 3 to 4 months, maximum 1 to 2 years, and then again they have to. The next government will come, and there is no systems, so the good systems. One, and next there is a lot of corruptions. So the people who stay in the government, they used to do the corruptions. But here I didn't find such kind of things, and here the government is stable, government is strong, but the government is not strong. There is a weak government, and the government is not in the favor of for the peoples. They are not working for the sake of the people. But here I found the government is totally devoted to the peoples. That is the difference. And actually, in my country, Bhutan, where I was born, there is no any democracy. Also, not there is no any provisions of human rights. Also, even people, if they want to move from one place to another place within the same location, they have to get permissions from the local government. And if they want to do some things, they are not allowed. Even they are not the peoples who are from different language, different ethnicity. They are not allowed to perform their ritual activity. The conditions when I was in camp is very worse and vulnerable. There was no any dislike of electricity there. I have to lit candles for reading also, and that candle is also kind of there is old guy like we have to add fuel, and we have to lit the candle, and we have to study at night. and hut were so crowded, very small hut, like walled by the bamboo staked, and roof is by the thatched. And sometime when in the rainy season, the water will be leaked inside. And we have not been in developed countries, and this is my first abroad visit. So when comparing my previous life and here is vast difference. Actually, our old generations they got some good educations, English educations in the country in the Bhutan itself. And when we moved in the refugee camp, they themselves in our own effort they made us same kind of bamboo and thatched schools. I'll send some photos of the schools also and how we have not any experience of sitting in the desks and bench. There were no any desks and bench. We have to sit on the floors. There were carpets and sometime we don't have the carpet also. We have to bring some stones and we have to sit on the floors. And in the beginning, when in 1992, when I was admitted in the class one, there was no any blackboard systems also. There was no any classrooms in the beginning, and we have to stay on the outside of floor and we have to study. The teacher came and they used to explain verbally. And sometimes I have some experience of writing in the floor also by in the mud by the stakes. We study just like for the mathematics, we have to write in the mud like in the floor in the beginning. But after a few years, after a couple of years, the UNHCR provide us some facilities like books, notebooks, books, and we study there.
Did you enjoy school? Did you enjoy school and learning?
Yeah, I enjoyed the learning, but the environment is not that much good.
Yeah.
Only the thing is that we have a concept that we have to study, and when we study, we'll find better futures later on. We have that concept, and we do work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Arrived here, first of all, I got problems of language. Though I studied English in my country, in refugee camp itself, but there we have it due to our mother tongue also that is different.
Right.
The way of pronunciation is different. Like we say schedule here, we say schedule, but we pronounce their schedule there, same word. And when I arrived here in the airport, some people asked me their schedule. I confused what is my schedule. I never did heard the schedule. I studied there as a schedule. Still, all the people, they pronounce as a schedule. So such kind of confusions arise in the beginning, and still I have I have not been confident in some of such kind of things.
But have you found it pretty easy to pick up on
Yeah, it's easy because everywhere I have friendly friends, friendly environment here. No discrimination, but there in when refugee camp, there is a lot of discriminations. Just when we are not allowed to go away from the boundary. There is a certain boundary. We are not allowed to go. When we go there, if somebody knows we are refugee, they used to discriminate. They used to hit. They used to torture us like that due to the lack of state citizenship. And we have the capability, we have the talency, we are not allowed to do our performance, any other performance outside the camps, and there are no any opportunity in the camps.
Right.
Okay. As soon as I dropped here, I saw the environment here, and in the beginning I was in confusion about what to do, how to do it.
Right.
But this Catholic service where we were here, right? This help us a lot in the beginning, just to take in the social security office to do some documentations, everything they help us, and even they provide some food items also in the beginning. And they give us some orientations too. And I asked for the how to improve the education system. I want to continue my education. I asked to them, and they gave me a lot of suggestions. And when I came in June. Right after that, I admitted in the community college, and I started continuing my study. Uh, that is one, and I just got a driver license right after 1.5 months. That means when I was around 30, around 30 years in my back country, I have not touched the string. But when I came here, right after 1.5 months, I have a driver license in my hand. I started riding my car.
Mhm.
And I have not sit even in the car, a luxurious car before. Yeah, and that's good. But I found a lot of good opportunity. And right now I am studying in the college. I have some hopes, better hopes. And here I started my job opportunities, job also. And this is the opportunity I got it here.
What are you studying at the community college?
Just now I am studying right now for the prerequisites of nursing. Because I have very short period of time.
Right.
In short period of time, I have to study also, and I have to earn money also. I need money also. So I found nursing is a best choice for me. There is with a very short period of time we can earn. If we do the better, we can earn a little money also.